Oh shit, you saw me eating a non-paper object. Yes, not the paper. Yeah, strawberries are ripe. Hello, everybody. Yeah.
Like, ripe is good or ripe is bad?
How would ripe mean bad?
Well, being overly ripe is not good, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I know what you're saying. No, they're ripe as in perfect. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 893. I'm losing track of the numbers, and that's just how big my achievements have become. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know. It's just my achievements are outpacing at the pace of my own brain. Hey, Moses, how are you doing? Today is busy. Yesterday was also busy. If people want to know the mysterious lack of a paper reading thing, you were hallucinating and it's not real. And I did post something, you just didn't see it. I'm being censored or whatever. Whatever narrative you can make up for me on my behalf, in your head. So, but we're here now. We're here today. So let's gather and let's appreciate the fact that I am definitive in my decision to end this at day 1000. I've had multiple ideas bouncing around in my hollow head about like what to do when this series ends. And I am thinking, because paper has bleach in it and because bleach has a lot of pull when it comes to the algorithm, and we can calculate how much bleach is in a single sheet, multiply that times 1,000 and go, I intook 7.33 milligrams of bleach over 1,000 days. Let's analyze the effects and see if I keel over day one. That's not very brandable, but we'll work our way up from there. So, and this is not just me being an internet tyrant. This is a democracy. So I want for all of you to help me and to kind of vote on what the best name, the best branding is. And I know you guys are just antisocial teenagers, so you're just going to sit back and not say shit. But it's good that I'm, at least trying here. And plus, I'm going to have to adopt some leadership positions, sans YMCA as well as Toastmasters. So I'm kind of practicing. So hey everybody, welcome to the paper reading thing. And we're here to have fun. We have some ground rules. Rule 1, have fun. Rule 2, if you're going to bully someone based off race, make me the primary target. Or if you really, really find it worthy to bully someone else because of their race, just make it funny. If you're going to bully someone, make it funny. 2 house rules. Thank you. You see, I'm being a leader. I'm practicing the leadership thing. What's great is I'm actually encountering a couple job interviews. So it's really awesome that I know that I'm, by the way, I'm not even skittish or squirrely or anything like that. So if the people who are looking to interview me next Monday see this, it's like, I is who I is, and it's going to be fun. It's like, I know the possibility is like 0.02%, but on the off chance they find something, it'll be like, ha, whoa, they'll discover that I lead a triple life, paper reader, jazz musician, and YMCA person. By the way, when I was a kid, I found the YMCA camp counselors to be the most annoying people on the planet. However, I want to be different. You see, 1 out of every 10 camp counselors would not be the typical, no, don't do that. No running. Oh, no, don't take a shit on the floor. That's not right. Obviously, I'm going to try to not have people take a shit on the floor, but it's all about execution rather than concept, We met through the YMCA. How the fuck did we do that? Wait, you told me that there was some backstory and you and I met. When did this happen? Okay, you go into the backstory here. I know we met before the Mesa College thing. I just don't remember how. I thought it was through Tommy. The guy with the square-shaped head, right? He even says so in his Instagram. 2019. What the hell did I do in 2019? I don't remember anything. You tell me. You tell me what you remember, because I'm actually shocked that this happened. You're telling me you knew me in 2019? While he's typing his response to that, and he's the only fucking person here, let's score the days. Tuesday was a banger of a day, all right? We did a lot of private social meetups, and we really mingled the fuck out of that day. So I'm going to go with 7.9. It's been pretty spotty recently, though. Like, even as such a banger day like that, it would make any average day a 9. But I mean, this week has been rough, just health-wise, physically. It's been weird. It's been mighty strange. The yeast infection is gone, but I have this weird sickness and this allergy and constant headaches. So again, it's for science. We're tracking any effects. We're going to see if this ties back to the paper reading stuff. If not, boring. We met up with a bunch of social rejects and went to Old Town. In what camp? In what fucking camp? Was this Camp I Can? Were you another mentally deficient person that we were kind of just joined in the same little short bus? Went to Old Town. Okay, eat some saltwater taffy. Okay, did you autists have fun? Well, YMCA is not the name of a summer camp. Tell me, like, there's many facets. Was this laser tag camp? Was this soap salesman camp? Like, there's so many random ass niche things. Went to Old Town. What did we do? Do you remember anything significant aside from was this with Jason Moses? Did you ever go to Camp I Can? Because that's going to be my job this summer. Hopefully, I mean, nothing's really happened yet. I do remember you doing a Russian accent. Yeah, that was my bit. That was my bit back in the day. Yes. I never realized that, you know, out of all the accents I could impersonate, like I can do a black guy, I can do an Indian guy, I can even do a Mexican guy, but I'm just not good at Russian. I have like 3 sentences I can say good in Russian. So I was really milking the shit out of that. I look back at that era, I'm going, why did I pick that ethnicity? Like literally do like a Korean person, anything but that. It was so like band kid meme shit, which, you know, this was definitely Camp I Can for sure. Well, tee hee hee. Looks like it's just you and me. I don't think, yeah, we're just going to assume no one else is going to come in. It's so fucking annoying when people start coming in right towards the end. Right when I say that, another person joins. This is actually good because I was really scared that this whole thing would be going on for 15 minutes, then someone would join later, you know. We're working on my schedule's going to be more crowded, and he just left. But we're working on, you know, my schedule's going to become more packed, but I really want room to do like big streams, big like 3 to 4 hour streams. That's how you get traction. If you only have like a half-hour window to join a stream, especially when on my part it's quite unpredictable, there's no chance. I'm amazed that this stream even has regulars at this point, but I'm becoming slightly more confident in this whole post paper stream thing. Like once we reach day 1000, it is ending faux show. So we got to do something. So Russian accent and Old Town. That's the only thing you remember. We were definitely in Camp I Can together because that is some you know, look back and stim with shame type shit. There's too many streams, man. Where oh yeah, also we're waiting for the pro wrestling guy to come in possibly and to, you know, instruct me to do some pro wrestling moves. There's someone who keeps sending me emails. I did give him my email, so obviously I invited this upon myself. However, he thinks I don't have the form necessary. And of course, his uncertainty about my form is phrased in the form of him going, can't wait to see what you try to do. So what I'm looking for is for him to come in and to confirm that he's the same guy on the same account, no alt account bullshit. Then I'll perform the wrestling moves. It'll take a little bit of time if he comes in today. Again, I told him within the next week I'd perform these wrestling moves, but he sent me upon like 7 emails with many random videos. A couple of them I feel like he recorded in his own backyard. I checked his account. It's all like random reposts of other people's songs. And this fucking guy keeps sending me shit. And he's like, are you still there? And I'm like, yeah, did I die? Did you see a death announcement from my parents on my account? Clearly I'm still here. So where is it? Oh, I did it on my other account. Come on, bro. Where is he? Yeah, it's this one. Crew Television Authentics. Yeah, he sent me. He's really fucking packing up my storage space right now. Just sent me this. So now that's on my phone, but like it's showing the different moves. Like he wants this. I'm gonna have to use a very tall pillow, and this is very clearly like some old 50-year-old horny guy who just wants to see me do some suggestive pose. But I'm not. I never block people. All right, and I'm not gonna pants myself on camera. So like. Obviously, I'm going to show off how physically adept I am at these wrestling moves, have practiced them on random people in the street, specifically America's homeless. So if I can show this guy and he can keep his dick in his pants, then we should be fine. Do I live in China? You're not supposed to disclose where I live, because if I expose that I'm whispering so no one else can hear me. If I expose that I live in China, like I'm telling you, I'm trying to hide out in there right now. As far as me and the CIA is concerned, I live in America right now. So shh. Good question though, Thomas. Swigart? That's a fake name. That's a fake name. You definitely live in China yourself. You're definitely one of those KGB agents. I don't know what a KGB agent is. Hey Siri, I'm pleading ignorance right now. What's a KGB agent?
Okay. I found this on the web for I'm pleading ignorance right now.
Yeah, whatever. It's communism. It's kind of the same thing. We went as a group through the YMCA to Old Town. I remember our camp counselor was tall and blonde. Half of everybody in the YMCA is tall and blonde. That really does not ring any bells for me. I remember, I do believe I was not in Camp ICANN for 2019 though. I was just in there for 2020. So what the hell happened in 2019? It was probably like laser tag camp. Wait, no. If we were in laser tag camp, we'd never go to Old Town. That doesn't make any sense. Old Town is like nostalgic, backwards in time, which is the opposite of laser tag, which is like the future. I don't know. You know, it probably was Camp ICANN, to be honest. 2019 was quite a year. That was when the condom review was posted, and that was popping off. This was like my old shit from like my very first wave of school assignments that ended up becoming some of my favorite videos of that year. Looking back at it, of course, they're all shit, but like I'm proud of what they represent, you know, especially given my passion for making actual like edited videos is at an all-time low right now. And I'm just kind of banking on the streams because it's just low. This is very clearly low effort and all of you know it. So, you know, it's kind of shameful, but I'm trying to kind of like do the whole reel thing on Instagram. Hopefully that'll make up for it. Again, the follower base on there is way bigger than any of the shit like here. So if I can like, I don't know, fulfill myself with that, then we're good. We've met our quota. I filled up my fulfillment bar of the day. But it was interesting because the way someone phrases this to me is practice. You know, you don't need to envision your success in feeling good, especially if you're absolutely banking on just feeling good and you have the bottom line in mind before the hard steps. But try and bank on practicing, the action of practicing, which is a guarantee. Practice feeling good about your previous accomplishments, which I'm doing slowly but surely. It's still, you know, it's a whole training wheel thing. But it's like riding a bike. Once I learn it, I can't unlearn it. This paper actually tastes good. It's a little bitter. This type of paper right now is a little sweet, but that's because I ate some strawberries beforehand. There's probably some strawberry seeds stuck in my teeth right now. So it's probably that. It actually depends on what fluids I'm drinking. Right now we're doing typical water. I put a little bit of salt in it to kind of emphasize the more umami elements of this, which are very slight, very subtle. It's mostly bitter. It's mostly the bitter paper. This is the stuff from Staples. And a lot of this is bleached, and then the bleach is kind of sucked out with a particular filtration process. But most of, like a good amount of it, a couple particles stay in the paper. From what I've been told, again, the way Staples processes their 8.5 by 11 printing paper, it is apparently an industry secret, but I taste it. I do taste the chlorine. So, and again, this is all about studying the long-term effects of this type of stuff. There was exactly one stream where I ate receipt paper and exactly one other stream where I ate a $5 bill, if I remember correctly. That tastes like shit because that's not paper. People say that $5 bills are comprised of cotton, but it was almost hydrophobic in nature. It's like I was just swallowing a dry piece of paper down my throat, didn't absorb any of my saliva, and so it stung. It actually gave me paper cuts. Like the whole thing that people joke about, dude, there's paper cuts on your ass. It was actually true. It was actually true with the dollar bill. So if anybody wants to know what eating a dollar bill is like, I can speak through direct testimony. Ugh. Once this surpasses 20 minutes, I'm zipping the fuck out of here. I am concrete. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I remember I did another stream when I wasn't doing the paper stream, and I called it the spitball stream. Get the fuck out of town. We can do better than that. So I'm going to look into some names, something that has somewhat similar pull to eating a sheet of paper a day, but isn't eating a sheet of paper a day. We'll see. $5 worth of crap. I should have sold it on eBay. $5 bill inside a log of shit. Priced at $4.99. Well, Moses, that was the most, like, it was just specific enough to kind of pick my interest, but just vague enough for me to just not even know. I don't remember any of that, but that's when you first met me. You know, I do think I was unrecognizable back in 2019. I've looked very different. I've become mutilated since. So I'm amazed you still even recognize me to this day. You know, I was talking with Dom, and I found out completely on accident that, like, he was part of this gymnastics camp at Toby Wells. And for years, I had been in Camp ICANN myself at Toby Wells. And Dom was like, yeah, there was this, like, one retarded child who kept, like, screaming as he's, like, swaying into the foam pit. And I'm like, wait a minute, that was me. And I'm like, okay, I thought I met this kid in 2021. But it turns out, you know, him and I had known each other, not by name, but by sound. For years prior, like ever since like what, 2014, 2015, which is pretty crazy. It's like, okay, I've met this guy, completely new person in my life, And my friendship with Dom kind of marks a certain era. So it's kind of surreal. I'm sure some of you have had these experiences when you realize, oh, wait, no, I have known this person by pure circumstance years before. This is what happens when you just live in one place for a good while. Again, this is not true for anything like before 2010, because before 2010, I was in Dallas and Ashland, Oregon and Texas, and then before then Colorado and random places in the East Coast. We were all over the fucking place. We settled in California, I believe, in 2010. So, I mean, I'm glad to be staying in one place. I remember when I was a kid, I was so depressed because I was just watching, like, my childhood was filled with all these cartoons, and it was the stereotype of like two best friends who have known each other since they were in diapers. And I always look at that and I'm like, why can't I have that? And now I have people who I've known for really long, and I'm like becoming very bizarrely antisocial at points where I'm just like, yeah, maybe I want a clean slate. It's just, and I just think it's the grass is always greener. I think that's just perspective. And then it gets depressing because then, of course, this is what an existential crisis is comprised of. Because then you go, okay, well, if the grass is always greener, it's like, does that just mean that my brain is designed to make me perpetually dissatisfied? And it's, yeah, that's true. And so as long as we acknowledge the ebbs and flows, you gotta exercise with restraint. So, when you're recognizing that your brain will be dissatisfied no matter what, stop feeding yourself. Stop gorging on stimulation. How are you doing? Shoe bones? Shoe bones. I don't know why I become slightly dyslexic whenever I see your name. It's like weird. It looks like shoe on bones, but that's because I'm thinking of shoe on head, which is a Twitter account, a controversial Twitter account. And that's what you look like. I feel like you're Black Rum. No, Black Rum's account is literally Black Rum. He has a self-titled account. You look slightly similar to him, unless this is like a random photo of like a shooter or a school shooter or something on the internet. But no, I think that's you. Well, you're a very cool viewer. It's nice to have you back. Welcome, Shoe Bones. And you caught me in the last quadrant of this paper. That is me. Very interesting. Very fucking interesting. I like how YouTube, for some fucking reason, doesn't let me, because there are people who comment shit, but then there's people who only appear in my live chat, and there is no way for me to click on it and actually visit their profile. Like, I'm going to try it's not going to let me. Yeah, for some fucking reason, my browser doesn't let me explore people's channel. It's like, okay, what if I want to check out this person who is providing me the honorable, the grace, there you go, the grace of their time, but YouTube just won't let me look at their stuff. So thanks, YouTube. Thanks for being developed by geniuses who totally care about accessibility and usability of your platform. They're the real fucking dweebs, that's what I'll say. When I say today is funky, like, I mean, like, this whole week is funky. Also, can I edit this? No, I can't. Okay. Let it be known that score 7.9 is for yesterday. Today is another above average day, but a lesser one at that. Oh, here, fuck. Hold on. Where's I just forgot how to type. There you go. Yeah, I know. I'm breaking my own rule. I know. Whatever. We're still scoring today, but that's only me. All right. Don't think about your day. You can you can if you want to. That's what brings us all together. Whatever. Fuck it. Yeah, this whole week is weird, but we're scraping by. I'm really, whenever it's weird because, right, the sticky floor, sticky ceiling thing. Like, whenever I get really happy, like, the drop down is going to be brutal. But whenever I'm in the middle and everything's just kind of mediocre, it can stay that way. There have been stretches where my days have been mediocre for big, long stretches at a time. But like 2 or 3 days ago was when it got so bad that I actually like had to do something about it. And that's a cool filter. It's like, that it's never going to be this bad for that long. Like if we go from mediocre, this top and this is the bottom, mediocre. If it's down here, that it's only going to be a small stretch before my brain flips out and I'm like, okay, fuck it. We got to do something. So that's what I'm doing. I legit just like didn't go to class today because I'm just like, fuck no, I'm done. I'm tired. I need extra sleep. I need to focus on myself. And plus this class is not entirely necessary. Like I'm the one who put in the work already. I know we all need to collaborate, but we can do that in the group chat. It's just literally us huddling together in separate rooms and us being finicky over shit that doesn't matter. Like we know how to debate. And it was interesting because the teacher's like, this is not an effort-based grade. This is a performance-based grade. So it's like, You guys can try all you want, but if you go up there and you have a bunch of confusing bullshit and statistics involving free community college that don't matter, and then you're up there and you're stuttering for 5 minutes, yeah, you're going to get an F. So maybe practice your composure and practice being in the flow zone instead of over preparing. That's what I'm saying. But again, that's me imposing my worldview on my study group. So maybe I'm the dishonorable one. But anyways, whatever. Extraction Edits says, hey, bro, please tell me you're the pro wrestling guy. I've been waiting for this fucker to show up. He keeps sending me emails. He keeps sending me pictures, these zoomed in crusty JPEGs of wrestlers' assholes. Where's the first one? He keeps sending me these. By the way, this guy's been posting on YouTube for 17 years, meaning he's not like a high schooler under an alt account. Like this fucking guy is probably like 50, and this guy's no nonsense about wanting me to perform wrestling moves on the stream. And I told him, and this was my ultimatum: show up live on the stream, confirm that you're the dude, and I'll get a long pillow and, of course, a wrestling mat, and I'll perform them. I've been practicing. I got inner thigh strength. We've been doing some exercises ever since the redislocation of my kneecap. But you're not him, so who are you? Hey, bro, Extraction Edits. This is great. I really wish YouTube would let me fucking look at people's channels because I would love to look at your extraction edits. No, I ain't him. Damn it! I'm so annoyed. This is the problem when you try to rely on 57-year-old men to be awake by 3 p.m. to actually follow through on the thing they emailed you 17 times about. Oh, wait, you actually can go to... I just have to right-click? Never mind. I feel like I look like a fool right now. Okay, let's look at Extraction Edits 2 videos. I show speed, misses penalty against his enemy, KSI. 12 views. Well, listen, let's extract a couple edits from Extraction Edits channel with the Joker as his banner. That's great. A cultured gentleman. I OBS, so I'm literally just looking at nothing through your guys' view, and I look like a damn fool. Whatever, man. I am silently evaluating this. It's really just a clip. I mean, yeah, you're extracting an edit of it, but I mean, whenever I see the word edits in someone's channel, I assume it's like, I don't know, you're superimposing like pictures of like, I don't know, like a twerking Jake Paul green screen gif or something, anything, but it's just a extracted clip, bare bones, skeletal clip of some YouTuber soccer match. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's cool that like people are getting engaged with the YouTuber sports thing, which is interesting. It's very interesting. I remember when I was a kid, back in 2016, right? YouTubers were seen as the guys who sat in their mother's filth and gathered dust in their mom's basement and played video games for like 3 hours every day and would post it on the internet. And now they're all playing sports and they're these like athletic types. It's interesting how YouTube has transitioned from like the neckbeard realm into these insane athlete black fellas, performing these insane feats. Like I Show Speed went on that like weird Buddhist sculpture, the one with the giant hand, and he like did a front flip on there. And I'm just like, there's people who like on Guinness Book of World Records who do stuff that's slightly less impressive than that. I mean, he didn't break a world record, but I mean, you notice these people and you're just noticing kind of who these people are who are the most popular at the time. And there's a big shift. It's a shift from neckbeard with beret and glasses playing Cuphead in his basement to very spry and athletic fellas playing soccer with each other. And I mean, saying like, I mean, yeah. And they're like these, I feel like the big kind of, like the hook, that's what I'll say. The hook for a lot of them is that they're really, really brazen, but they're really stupid. Right. I mean, the thing is that I know that Speed is probably playing a character, but I mean, whenever I see him, I'm just like, I know your appeal. Your appeal is like, damn, what's this dumbass going to say next? Or he's going to have a really ridiculous reaction to, losing and fucking up. Finally caught the stream. What's up? I'm doing okay. I, as you can see by my scores, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 5 being the average score, rounded up or down to the nearest 10th place. Yesterday was a 7.9. Can't believe it really got that high. But again, the endings really saved the day, which is why I avoid scoring today. And with that being said, I then proceeded to score today, which is me breaking my own rule, a 6.5. So a little above average. It's because I'm just being very productive. And I'm simultaneously like, God damn it, why do I have a lot of stuff to do? But also, yeah, this is good. I know this is going to be long-term good. I just hope not to, because it's weird. My stamina bar, I seem to like lack the foresight to know where my stamina bar is at because I'm like, I'm doing shit. And like, then I'll just be exhausted. Like, I remember in the middle of like a couple streams ago, I was just like completely dead the whole time. I think it's just, it's a level of self-management that I'm sure I'll get better at some point. above average, most psychotic, weird, off-brand looking, like, what is that? Android original? No, that's like a Google vector art emoji. So bizarre. So bizarre, these emojis. Like, I think I have a bunch of these too. They're all so bad looking. Why do they look so bad? It's like if you plugged every single Cartoon Network show into an AI and just like spat out a bunch of random emotes. I like how the peace emoji, it's like stretched and distorted. Why? You should find a really good one. Oh, that one's good. I like how they like make sure to make all the emojis as diverse as possible. Yeah, there we go. Black guy with no legs emoji. You see, we are progressive over here. This is what I'm talking about. Yesterday was 3.4. I am quite sick. Lovely new profile picture. It's great. I can still recognize you. It took me a second there. Well, sorry about you being sick. You probably caught it at prom, to be honest. Lots of people kissing and sneezing and, you know, spitting on other people's tongues and shit. I mean, I'm telling you, high school, it's a whole other world. Okay. They're the cancer you. Oh, yeah, cancer charity. It's weird. I mean, cancer is basically 100% curable now. You'd think they would have gotten over it. We got to move on to the next disease. Polio emojis. I mean, I just gave you a polio emoji. Feel better. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm a little sick too, which is why I decided to not come to school. But, you know, I'm feeling a bit better. I'm back at school. So you're at school right now watching my stream. Salute this gentleman. I remember there was a moment where it might have been you, Ian. Through the stream, and I was being informed, I was being fed information secretly through the chat, but I was told to speak directly to someone's Spanish teacher. I was told that I made it very awkward and I may or may not have enraged him. But again, that's what we do here, okay? We challenge, we push, we add new perspectives. I think I talked about foreskin. Again, you know, it's my favorite topic back in the day. You guys are catching the tail end here. We're in the final quadrant of the paper, but it's very appreciated that you guys are here now. It's great. In fact, as a matter of fact, because I just spent so much time meandering and goofing around instead of eating paper, people are like, haven't taken Spanish since middle school. Probably Leonard. Yeah, I think it was Leonard now that I think about it. Either that or Caden. I remember Leonard doesn't seem like the person to pressure people into doing shit. Caden's like, bro, say something to that Spanish teacher. Bet he won't. It was a different era. It was like 2023 type stuff. You're doing amazing, Brian. Thanks, Dylan. For people who don't, I mean, actually, wait, I already spelled my name properly in my fucking thing. Well, no, seriously, I really appreciated Dylan. It's good to have people who encourage me. I don't even remember what that's in reference to, but I'm sure it's just me trying to get myself back on track because this week has been wacko. It's been a wacko jacko week. I got the pig virus. Pigs have like 5 viruses by default. Which pig virus? Is this a trendy thing? What is the pig virus? Oh, swine pox. I think you're going to die, my friend. If you have swine pox, either your testicles are about to go missing in the next 2 weeks or you're going to die. So I'm glad I can be a part of your final parting moments. Can you mention me in your will? Every day you stream my day is automatically. Oh, what the hell? Well, no, it's probably a coincidence, you know. At around 2 to 3 is right when people's ambitions start, you know, cropping up, which is why I keep telling people, stop scoring your day at a crucial moment based off stuff that's only happened through the first half of the day, you know? I want Wendy's. Just don't get their really shitty chicken nugget, like the whole ghost pepper chicken nugget thing. I don't think I've ever had any sauce ever in my life that tasted worse than that. And of course, you guys are going to scold me. Why did you even get it in the first place? Don't trust Wendy's. But I'm just saying there's a lot of Wendy's hype and the Baconator is good. So why can't they put the same taste-invoking chemicals in the Baconator sauce and at least apply it to the ghost pepper sauce? Because it actually tastes like shit. It's so bad. I want to know what they put in there. Every single time, I feel like I'm losing one heart ventricle every time I eat that dish. And I foolishly came in for a second and third time going, oh, maybe I forgot that the first time was terrible. So I came in the second time like, oh, shit, I remember. Shit sucks. In case people don't know, they call them nugs, which is horrendous name, actual slur level name. But they call them like nugs, Wendy's nugs. And there's a ghost pepper version. And of course, because I'm a spice enthusiast, you know, I'm better off just like grabbing a thistle from a hiking trail and just shoving it in my mouth. I was actually poisoning myself. It was like so oily, which is not good. It was so fucking bad. Nugs. Yeah, exactly. Dylan, you know what I'm talking about. And then the third time, I'm just like, I don't know what, I must have been high or drunk or something. Of course, in a drive-through while high and drunk. For anybody who's going to look at my job interview, that was true, and you should hold me accountable. But I went into my fucking, like, the drive-through, and I'm like, yeah, let's try these nugs one more time. 3 strikes and you're out, I guess. That one try, I did end up throwing up. I think I was, maybe just the nugs were so bad. And now that my memory is hazy, likely it was probably just the oil and all the fucking red 50 in that. It's just, you know, you have to taste it to understand how bad it is. Okay, how do I get rid of, there we go. Okay, cool. Engage with your audience. Close, get out of here. There we go. YouTube, man, YouTube. So many bizarre design choices. Yeah, and again, the spice isn't the problem. The nausea comes from the oil. Like, people say the acidity is a problem. That doesn't create the stomach ache and the nausea. That's oil. Like, when shit's oily, like, keep note, I know chicken has oil in it, but a chicken sandwich objectively has like probably 1/10 of the grease that a burger does. So most days, I used to be an In-N-Out fan, but I'm getting old, all right? And my stomach lining is slowly, it's melting away due to the corrosive nature of this shit. So it's like I can only eat so many burgers a week. I can max it out at about 9 a week. But you know, I definitely I've been switching to chicken, because it's just less greasy, right? I mean, this is such an engaging topic I'm talking about, but yeah, exactly. I mean, there are even some days where the Chick-fil-A just doesn't work, and I just like, maybe I'm just gonna eat a carrot. Maybe I'm just gonna eat something that's normal and grown from the ground rather than processed pig anuses and a bunch of ground up Lego pieces grounded into a little sausage sandwich. That's just it. Sometimes I have those days where I'm just thinking about fast food and I get nauseous. Also, out of the like 5 months that this year has transpired, 4 out of those 5 months in total, I have been sick or down with some sort of sickness, which kind of messes with my gut. Caught this insane virus at the beginning of the year. You guys wouldn't even know, which is why I actually had to stop the stream, because I was like physically unable to even stand up for like a month. I love processed food. This is why you're still 5'4", man. Your growth has been stinted. I'm telling you, all of those little ground up Lego pieces, all right, they're going to get in your bones, and it's gonna be, it's just, it can't grow no more. But I mean, it's good. You only go around once, as that guy at the very end of Better Call Saul said. So, you know, it matters not the years in your life, but the life in your years. All right. Sure, being 6 foot, that's cool and all. But if I get to eat sandwiches every day and slowly die while doing so, but the dopamine rushes to my head, you know what? That's a trade-off that is up to the individual. It's not, there's no objective worst decision. So there's interesting. There's a committee, right? And again, nihilism is it's a weird double-edged sword. People get scared by it because they're desperate to find blind faith and meaning. And when I describe the benefits of religion, that's what I turn to, you know? And I can subscribe to that at certain points. Making the switch to optimistic blind faith to optimistic nihilism, the two of them are both healthy, but there's this insane space in the middle of just a shit ton of negativity. But to jump over to the other side here, right? This is like a weird mirror. It's hard to tell. But there's a committee saying, if we continue kind of having sex and making babies, we will doom ourselves, because all life as intelligent as us are doomed to become extinct due to the fruits of our own creation. So it is best if we live life as with as much excess as possible and then die out normally, you know? Let's fuck whoever we want in the ass and don't try to intentionally procreate or do whatever, all right? We are doomed to die. So we only go around once. Let's pollute the fuck out of this world. And when we leave, we leave. There's an actual committee. It was in a Vsauce video. Trust me. I have to find it myself. I'm into Better Call Saul right now, honestly. No matter how engaging Breaking Bad can be, nothing is as quotable as chicanery. Acid reflux. We got to swallow that back. Again, another totem of my commitment towards this stream. Excuse me. I'm 5'10". That means you only eat 2 burgers a week. You're mildly microplastic infected. Yeah, Grace, that's a good question. How did we get here? But you get what I'm saying, right? You guys are picking up what I'm throwing down on the floor for you to eat, right? So when nihilism, like I just think that those two are understandable, where it's like, okay, we could talk about all of the cool things that'll happen in the future, but if you consider it an inevitability that our future children and future generations will continue to suffer, like, okay, sure, we'll have offspring and that'll be great, but there is a lot of validity to be had in both. If we believe, like everything is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if we believe that we can improve the world, so much of what's causing the problems in the world is our belief that we are doomed. So why don't we believe we can, and we can not only enjoy life more, we can also know that we're providing value for our future generations. But then there's also a somewhat equally valid, depending on who you ask, perspective that, listen, why do we do anything? We were programmed to have happiness as our end goal. And happiness is just a rush of dopamine to our brains right now, right here, right now. And because for evolution's sake, we were programmed to care about the future as part of that process, at the end goal is always momentary dopamine release into our brain. That is what the bottom line is. Our conscious awareness that the dopamine release into our brain, the happiness resulting from planning for the future, having good morals for the sake of the future of our children or for ourselves, or to, provide reparations in any form to past generations who were wronged. All of that is just in the service of providing dopamine to our brains. So if we recognize that and we approach life with a certain level of you only go around once, might as well, then that will maximize our enjoyment. And anything that happens afterwards will be invisible to us. Because at the end of the day, you got to look out for number one. Now, I personally think that like you can't have your cake and eat it too. And there are moments where I swing between both of these, which, might seem morally blasphemous to some people. But I do think that probably when I'm older, I will be cemented very concretely in one of those two things, those two viewpoints. I just have to be careful because if I make a switch at like age 60 from one to the other, both of these viewpoints negate each other. And especially like the one about blind faith, it requires societal collaboration, whereas the nihilism one like de-incentivizes it. So do we want for us to try in a futile yet beautiful effort to make our lives better through the feeling of cohesiveness and just, through believing that we can collaboratively make things better, attempts to make it so? Or do the much easier thing, which is maximize enjoyment by letting go and letting the dopamine rush to our heads until we die, which is, interesting question. Interesting question that apparently is only interesting to me. Crew Television Authentics retracted his own message. This is the person I've been waiting for. Okay, so I'm actually going to have to take the time to get like a little mat and a long pillow so I can just do some of these moves. Been practicing, my friend. And you're about to see. Let me just finish the paper. I'll do just a couple. If you want to see more, you should have come into the stream earlier. Keep those notifications on, Mr. Authentics. So let me just catch up on chat. Breaking Bad has more hateable characters and cringe moments. It's much more engaging. That's not the exact reasons I'd give, but I think that's good. You're better at giving reasons for why you like or not like something, or you like or don't like something, or like something more or like something less. You get my point. You're doing better at explaining yourself, which is cool. I am 6'7" feminist, do dishes. I have seen your pictures. You are 6'5" at most, Dylan, but I'll take your number. I'll take your number because you've been a nice guy. Yes, you're 6'7", whatever you say. 2 sandwiches is better than 1 combo meal. Went back and watched the first paper eating video. Did that not cause a bowel of? Yeah, it was bad. The pieces were so big. I remember it was just every piece was treacherous because I just wanted it for it to be over, but also I made the choice to do it. Excuse me. So again, the key here is to do small pieces. And even, of course, the seasoned paper eater that I am, I still fuck up and I've like torn big pieces. You guys saw in real time, like about 5 streams ago when I did this, and it was painful for me and probably for you. Okay. All right. We got to do the wrestling moves. And like for one, KTA, you've only sent me like one main move, which is, of course, the head crunch, which has to be some sort of fetish. Again, the big red flag I'm seeing is the fact that your oldest upload is from 17 years ago, which most definitely means that you are not some random high schooler. You've been active, reposting other people's songs, rote copying and pasting for a heck of a long time. That means you've been around, meaning you're old as fuck. So I'm gonna ignore the awkward age difference, and I'm gonna just show you how athletic I am and how fucking good I am at my form. While trying to if we're looking at the weird meter, just trying to keep it like at a nice middle ground, not up here and not right down here. People accuse me of being ageist. I mean, listen, I got crow's feet myself, and I'm gonna be old one day unless this does something to me. But my current view. If you're old, that means something. Your brain disintegrates as you get old and you start doing wacky shit. Again, we were not evolved to live past the age of 35. So once you get past that age, you start becoming a little bit of a mutation. Okay. We're getting close to done. This is like borderline too big. This is like not good. I think this will just go quicker if I do smaller pieces, which is a thing I continually misunderstand. Okay. I don't even know if we still have a long pillow. We might have to wait till the next stream, especially because he came in and he retracted his one message. Sorry, I take a little bit to look at chat. I get involved in these big diatribes. So, Also, I hope the picture quality is better than last time. Huh. Tell me you didn't get the email? It's right there. Come on, Mom. All right, sorry. By the way, in many facets of the internet, like I have had people over the years come in and again, this is all up for visual interpretation because how old someone is. It's like, oh, you look old. How many wrinkles are there, right? But I've had people come in and they think that I'm a lot younger than I actually am. And they do stuff with me that's like technically not illegal. And again, I am a very public person. I don't really care. But again, I do have certain decency standards, I guess. And I've had people, I'm not going to say too much, but I've had them do some wacko shit. And then I'm like, yeah, by the way, I'm like in my 20s, right? And then they go, oh. And I'm like, what do you mean, oh? Be more horny now. Because like then it would be weird. It's like, oh, you thought I was 15? I actually had did I talk about this on stream? I did. I'm not going to name any names. In real life, I worked at this workplace cinema thing. And there was a manager and he would do this like ass tickling thing, which is already bad, like regardless of what age you are. It's just so fucking awkward. I am 22. I am 22 years old, to answer your question. I'm old as fuck. Look at my wrinkles. It's just acne, Acne, it's like, it's like nature's mutation form of a wrinkle, These are going to turn into big fat wrinkles when I'm old. I'm going to look so fucked up when I'm old, I'm telling you. Okay, we're good. But yeah, what's so funny is like he didn't, again, I had like multiple managers at this place and he would do this thing where he would like, tickle fight, I'm like, what? His normal behavior was like weirdly antithetical to like the whole bizarre borderline molestation thing. And he'd be like, come on, man, get back to work. You guys are such slackers. Tickle fight. And I'm just like, it's so weird. It's, it's like, I don't know. I'm getting two different people. So this bipolar ass guy, I'm 18, close enough. Believe it or not, I've had situations where my hair is long and I look like shit and I look like way older than I do now. And there are still people who eyeball it and they're like, okay, Mr. 14-year-old paper eater. And I'm like, look at my old shit. All right. That would mean I've been doing this since 9 with a very early growth spurt. So believe it or not, I even have people in my workplace who still think, but this was last year where this guy kept like doing the ass slapping thing. And I'm like, it's roughhousing. And I really don't care about that. I roughhouse with my cousins all the time. And it's a goofy way. Intent matters, right? More than the action itself. The funny part is he started asking me about my work permit and I don't have one because I don't need one because I'm not 15. And I was like, oh no, I don't have one. And then he literally did a double take and went, wait, shit, how old are you? And I went, I'm 21, dude. And he was like, oh, and he never touched my ass again. Is that not peculiar? And then of course he got fired for, you can fill in the rest of the picture. So I don't want to like, there are some people who trust me with information. So you get the idea. You can fill in the blanks, but it wasn't with me. Like I wasn't even his prime target. I was some other girl. So yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to throw words around like that. Again, I'm not a big fan of big words that sum people up in one word, but I mean, yeah, It's pretty bottom line stuff. So funny. He should have kept up appearances, even if his cock had deflated after I told him my real age, just to keep up appearances. He should have like done like 3 or 4 more ass tickles just to keep up appearances. But the fact that he never assaulted me again after I told him my actual age, and he told me, "Oh shit, I thought you were like 15 or 16," never touched my ass again. That's so fucking bizarre. That is so bizarre, man. And you know, like if you're a manager, you should know, you should understand external appearances and how that works. That's insane. I know. He's like, damn it. I'm like, shouldn't like appearance and personality and someone's the spiritual contents matter more than like, I don't know. But I told him the number and he's like, oh damn. He never engaged again. So bizarre. There are people there are people who exist out there that are like this. I am not pissing nor am I shitting you. There are people that are like that. I like how I'm like half the people who are viewing left, but I like how all of this spurred from the fucking random like YouTube account that kept emailing me about doing a pro wrestling move on stream, sending me really odd pictures of fucking do this move. I'm like, what? It's so funny. Yeah, right. Here's some examples of some poses / taunts. Send you. So, I mean, of course, I have to accept because I got impeccable form. I can really arm lock or leg lock if that's what he wants. But that is your story of the afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. Eating a Sheet of Paper, day 983. I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be day 984. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time. This is goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Right. Shout out to Dylan Woodridge, Grace, Shoebones, Thomas Schwigart, Ian 30, Crew Television Authentics, May. How tall are you? Shit, I didn't even see any of this. Sorry, May. I am 5'9.5", I think. Very boring height. Like the most boring height. If things get into double digits on the 5 foot, like that's at least okay. It's kind of interesting. People who are 5'10" to 5'11" are at least somewhat towering. But 5'9", it's like just a little, or no, I think I'm 5'8.5". It's just the most boring height ever. I'm not so short that it's like gremlin funny, but I'm not tall. It's just such a boring. It's like one of the least notable things about me. So yeah, 5'8.5", boring. Fitness plan. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm finishing. Okay, let's go from top bottom. Shout out to Moses, aka Momo. I don't like that name. Thomas Schwigart, Shoebones, Extraction Edits, Grace, Dylan Woodridge, Ian 30, May. Am I missing anybody? Crew Television Authentics, and everybody else. Grace, Shoebones. Yeah. I didn't miss anybody. Thank you so much. I will see you all next time. I gotta shout everybody out at the end of each stream. It kind of makes me feel better about treating people right. Hopefully you appreciate it, getting shouted out. It's like that really shitty obligatory scroll of all the patrons who gave you like tens of thousands of dollars for your Kickstarter project. It's like, hey, thanks for making this possible. Here's your name just in like 2 seconds in a scroll at the end. There you go. Fuck you. Whatever. I want to do better than that. All right, anyways, see you guys tomorrow. See you around. Listen to the sound of the button clicking for ending the stream. That doesn't rhyme. Goodbye.